Hello and welcome to another episode of my Lightroom tips, and I will show you a technique I use quite a lot, and it involves opening two RAW files or two JPEGs, whatever, as layers in Photoshop. It's a technique I already described in a previous episode in which I used the technique to fade the effect of a Lightroom preset, and you can see on your screen where you can find that video on my blog. But here I want to show you another application of the same technique. And actually I will show it to you with two pictures I made during a recent trip through India. And as you can see, I have here Nikon RAW file. It's a picture I made in a tea plantation in the south of India. And I knew that I wanted something, a good picture always has to have an interesting foreground, but also, if possible, an interesting background. And here on this picture, I knew the bus was coming because I had seen it from the corner of my eye. I thought the bus would be an interesting background feature, but unfortunately at the moment that the bus was in the right part of the picture to make the photograph, the tea picker in the front, well, she wasn't exactly giving me her best look. And I did capture a good look of the woman in the foreground. Also here, the advantage of this picture is that my flash actually fired, which in the other picture, as you see, it did not. For some reason, it did not trigger. But so basically what I have, and what you could have also, is you have two pictures in which, and each picture has a part of it that it's okay, and you want to merge the best of the both pictures into one final picture. And that's actually very easily done from within Lightroom, because there's this handy feature called Edit in Open as Layers in Photoshop. So what you need to do is, I'll switch over to Grid View, Command A or Control A on a Windows PC will select both the pictures, and then you just choose Photo, Edit in, Open as Layers in Photoshop. And those three bottom options here, Merge to Panorama, Merge to HDR, and Open as Layers, they only appear whenever you have more than one picture selected, because they need multiple pictures to work. So I'll just choose Open as Layers in Photoshop, which should, if everything works fine, fire up Photoshop, which it is doing by the look of it. And what will happen is that these two pictures will be put as separate layers, one on top of the other, which saves you the trouble of, doing it yourself. That's one of the nice things about it. So here we have the two RAW files on top of each other, and you can clearly see if I toggle the layer visibility on that we have the picture with where the woman is looking better, and then the picture with the bus on the background. So what I will do now is I will select both pictures, and you might think that I will just add a layer mask and start painting in, which is what I will do eventually. But first I want to align these two pictures as much as possible, and for that I will use another small but beautiful Photoshop trick, and I will choose Edit, Auto Align Layers. So you first need to select both layers, and then you choose Auto Align Layers. And actually this opens the same dialog box as you would have with the Merge to Panorama feature. And for this, since I just choose the Auto, so I let Photoshop determine the best way to merge those pictures together. And what it will now do, it will try to map the matching parts of these pictures as well as possible. And what you see now is that the foreground is not mapped very well, but what interested me most is here the part around the bus, and you can actually see that the automatic feature mapped these pixels very well to one another. So all I have to do now is add a layer mask here, and I will add a black layer mask because black conceals the current layer. So, and because I only want to show this part, I will add a black layer mask and then use a white brush to paint this area back. And I will show you. Adding a black layer mask is easy. You just hold down the Alt or the Option key while clicking on the Add Layer Mask button. What you do when you add a black layer mask is that you make the background visible again, And now I just need to switch to a white brush. So I use the X key to switch the brush colors from black as foreground to white as foreground. I choose a brush from the brushes palette, and the only thing I have to do is paint in the bus, and there you have it. I just merged the best of both worlds thanks to the wonderful feature called Edit in Open as Layers in Photoshop. Now the only thing I need to do is to save this file, and actually a small tip I give you: before saving it, you can actually flatten it, because now you see it's 194 megabytes. Because it's 2 layers, if I flatten the file, I don't lose any quality, and I can knock it back down to 84 megabytes, which is already big enough. That's because it's a 16-bit file. I set up Lightroom to export 16-bit files. Now the only thing I still have to do is I have to hit the Save button. Don't choose Save As. It's a very common mistake to hit Save As, but then Lightroom will lose track of whatever you have done in Photoshop, because now you will see, if I switch back to Lightroom, that here I have it. I have my 2 original RAW files to the left and to the right, and this, as you can see, this is a TIFF. It's the edited picture. And now the only thing I still need to do in Lightroom is to crop this picture. Because of the auto alignment process, it actually stretched the canvas a little bit, so I want to crop it a little again. And there you have it, combining 2 less than ideal pictures into a picture with a pleasing foreground and a pleasing background. Hope you enjoyed the tip, and stay tuned for more tips to come.